Well, in this video, we'll be looking at the contractor's role after the detailed design stage. And at this stage, we're actually moving towards construction, implementation, operational usage, and potentially at some point retirement. So we're moving from the design phase to actually the production and construction phase, where we're actually fabricating the thing and putting it into usage. And there's a few different ways this can be done. For example, the system might be entirely built by the contractor. It might be something the contractor says we have all the capability to do this and we'll do it. For example, Microsoft or a large software company may use all their in-house design teams to code up the new version of some software package, like a new version of Excel or something in Office or something, for example. It's all in-house, they have all the capabilities there, or they've acquired the capabilities by buying out a company, which is something that happens a lot in the software world, and they actually design it there. Alternatively, it might be something that's subcontracted. So there might be a third party that specializes in a particular area, and they may have several modules or subsystems that they contract out to that third party and say, we want you to build these for us. In a software sense, they might be coding something up. In a hardware sense, they might be fabricating a particular component or buying something off the shelf and integrating it into the system. And so, for example, for some sort of a robot design, there might be one subcontractor that's looking at the navigational algorithms and hardware associated with that, and another one doing some deep learning associated with it so that it can better understand its environment. Each of those subcontractors might be specialists in that particular area, and if we don't have the specialists in-house, it might be a more cost-effective way to do it, particularly with the learning curves involved in each of those areas. We then have the operational support element to it as well. If the system's been fielded, the contractor may be involved in the maintenance and long-term support. They may have a service contract with us and say we'll support it for 2 years or whatever that service contract period may be. And of course they'll be supplying spare parts and things and maintenance as things break down. We'll get them back in to do all those sort of things. A lot of equipment will have support contracts associated with it as well. For example, our water jet cutters downstairs and our milling machines, we bring out our contractor that we purchase the equipment off once a year to perform routine servicing and things, and we'll purchase spare parts off them when things break down, as they inevitably do, because some of the parts are consumable items in there. Now at some point, system retirement will become involved as well. The contractor may be involved in this, particularly helping recycle unwanted material or reusable components towards a new system. The customer may do this in-house, and it will really depend on the sort of timelines involved of when was this system actually built and does that company even exist anymore that was the contractor that supplied it. And also the complexity involved in actually retiring the system. And so it brings us back to our system design life cycle. Just like the customer, later in the system design lifecycle, the contractor might spend time looking towards their next project, whether it be with that particular customer, maybe some enhancements on that project and a second or third version of that project, or it might be on something completely unrelated for a completely different customer. They're always wanting to keep these things in the pipeline so there's a new project to come online when the old project is starting to wind up.